Hello, and welcome back to Virtue's Last Reward. Sigma, you literally know that he did that. Or you should.
10 seconds remain until Ambidex game polling closes. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round 2 of the Ambidex game has been completed. Results will be displayed in the warehouse. Thank you for your participation. Ambidex gates now opening. Results from round 2 of the Ambidex game will now be displayed. Please direct your attention to the results screen.
So you picked Betray.
Leading to a draw, it would seem.
You don't feel bad about it or anything?
I could ask the same of you.
Okay, yeah, I guess that's fair.
I had thought that you would choose ally.
If I had, then you'd be at 9 BP right now, wouldn't you? Nice try, but I'm not gonna let you get out of here that easily.
As I told you before, even if I were to reach 9 BP, I would not necessarily leave immediately.
Bullshit.
I might choose to wait until everyone else had also reached 9 BP.
Yeah, well, I considered that. Didn't seem likely.
Then you do not trust me. No
Well.
need to apologize. Trust must be earned in a game like this.
This is the guy who told me to trust him so he could betray me.
Indeed. Clearly, I don't deserve to be trusted.
The honesty is refreshing, but that's really not the brightest move.
So you chose Betray too, huh? You just picked Ally out of 9 BP right now.
Why on earth would I have done that? There's no way Clover would have chosen Ally when you had a chance to betray her and get to 9 BP. Are you an idiot or something?
Bunch of smartasses.
So you chose Betray?
Of course. Luna's bracelet is already off. No risk of a penalty for her now.
That brings Quark's BP up to 9.
Are you worried that he might try and get out?
Well, if he were to do so, the rest of us would be trapped here.
Bet you're all pretty happy he isn't here right now, aren't you?
Oh, whoa, nobody's saying that.
Maybe you aren't saying it, but I know what you're thinking.
The Ambidex gates have closed. Round 3 of the Ambidex game will be the Star Round. Star keys are required to open the gates. There is no set limit on usage of the Star keys. The Ambidex gates can be opened as many times as the players wish to open them.
As many times as we want, huh? And that means we can play the B game over and over using these star keys, right?
So it would seem.
Alright, well, where do we find them? Beyond the next set of chromatic doors.
Oh?
Oh?
You found them already?
Yeah, that's right. I forgot to tell you guys. Take a look at the map. You know what? I'll let the bot play out its script. Why not?
White doors, huh? Maybe that's where Quark went.
You guys can't see that. Really? You doing this shit again? I don't see it. Never mind.
The warehouse on floor B, you said?
Yeah, but you're not going to be able to get through until they open. Still got more than 80 minutes until that happens.
Damn.
We will need to form groups of colors that can make white.
Time we had a look at all our colors then.
Oh my god, okay, fine. I've had enough of this. Looks like they've been shuffled around again. Yeah, wish I could, like, get rid of that. Looks like I'm a blue solo. That's the thing. Okay, yeah. Making sure I didn't miss anything.
I'm a magenta. Pear.
As am I.
You and me, huh? Better than Dio, I guess.
You say something?
What color are you?
I'm a green solo. What's with the sigh?
Forget about it.
What about you two?
Cyan, pear.
I'm a cyan pair too.
Alice and Luna's bracelets have changed as well. Both of them are yellow pairs.
And what color is Quark?
He's a red solo. In order to open the white doors, you'd normally need, say, red, blue, and green.
But solos can't group together, can they?
That's why the pairs are magenta, yellow, and cyan. Magenta is a mix of red and blue. Yellow is a mix of red and green. Cyan is a mix of blue and green. So if you combine magenta with green, you get white. And so on.
I see.
Okay then. We just need to get to the floor B warehouse when the doors open, right? I'll be taking off then.
Where do you think you're going?
Anywhere that isn't here. Hanging out with a murderer? Doesn't sound like a good time to me.
The guy who insists on splitting up is usually the first to bite it.
What?
Well, then again, loners often turn out to be killers.
Just what are you getting at, old man? You think I'd kill him?
Well, maybe, maybe not. But you're pretty damn suspicious.
You trying to start something, you wrinkled old piece of...
Hey, knock it off. We don't actually know one of us is the killer, do we?
We have no evidence of that, no. But we do know that Zero Senior is one of us. And there is an excellent chance that Zero Senior and the killer are one and the same.
Then why did he kill Alice and Luna now? If your senior wanted any of us dead, he could have done it way before this. While we were, I don't know, unconscious, for instance? What's the point of setting up this whole game just to kill off two of your participants halfway through?
And are you saying there's another person in here somewhere?
It's possible. I think it might be a good idea for us to all look for the killer.
Well, we gain nothing by standing around here.
Yeah, I've got to find Quark, and soon.
If we're going to search, we should go in pairs this time.
How are we going to pair up then?
I'm not going with K. He decides he feels like snapping me in half. There's not a whole hell of a lot I can do about it.
I'll go with anyone besides Dio.
I don't want to go with Dio either.
Fine. He's hardly my first choice, but I'll take Dio.
What the hell?
Just figured that this way we don't have to make this into a huge argument. Besides, I'm gonna be stuck with you once we go through the chromatic doors anyway. No reason to put it off.
I will go with Sigma.
Oh yeah?
Would you prefer someone else?
No, I guess you're okay.
That leaves me and Clover as a pair then.
Yep.
Looks like we're all set.
We'll take the cyan door on floor A and the blue door on floor B.
All right, Clover and I'll take the magenta door and the red door.
That leaves us with the yellow and green doors then. Once we're all done, let's meet in the floor B warehouse, alright?
Got it.
See you later then.
Quark and no killer, at least as far as I can see.
Well, there is someone here, technically at least. The old woman.
Oh yeah. She was lying silently on the bed furthest away from us. If it weren't for the bloodstains on her chest and her arm, her peaceful expression would have fooled most people into thinking she was just asleep. The blood had dried and darkened, and now looked like any other stain. That was when I noticed it. Huh? Wait a minute, look at her wrist.
It seems remarkably clean.
Yeah, for some reason there's no blood on this part.
Maybe she had something on her wrist. A watch, perhaps.
A watch?
Yes. It was likely removed after she was killed. That would account for the lack of blood splatter on her wrist.
A watch, huh? I don't know, it just looks like it was kind of wide for a watch. Aren't women's watches usually thinner?
You raise a good point. Perhaps it was some kind of jewelry?
Jewelry? You mean like a bracelet or something? Of course! Why didn't I see it sooner? This is the same size and shape as our bracelets. Look, it's exactly the same width.
Then that would mean...
She's wearing a bracelet when she was killed. She was a participant, just like us.
Are you sure? This old woman, a player in the Nonary Game.
Okay. Something wrong?
Oh, no. Nothing. If you're correct, then where did the thief hide the stolen bracelet? We were quite thorough during our earlier search, but I know that I saw nothing. And none of the others reported finding a bracelet either.
That means they've been holding on to it this whole time. They've probably still got it.
That would seem likely.
No, wait. They'd been carrying it around. The sensors in the chromatic doors would have picked it up. At the right combination of bracelets, the secondary door would never have opened.
So our suspect is not only a killer and a thief, but a skilled imposter as well.
What are you saying?
After killing the old woman, they put on her bracelet. In fact, it is entirely possible they are wearing it still. Yes, that would make sense.
So the killer's running around with the old woman's bracelet.
Yes.
You're telling me they're probably wearing it?
Correct. Do you remember what Zero Jr. told us? Something about how the bracelet will come off if the wearer's heart stops. I don't recall the exact words, but in any event, once the old woman had died, her bracelet would have detached, allowing the killer to easily collect it.
Why?
So that they could participate in the Nonary Game, I imagine.
What?
I suspect the killer was someone who was not originally intended to be a participant. For whatever reason, however, they were willing to go to great lengths to ensure that they were. To that end, they killed the old woman, who was one of the original participants, and took her place.
But why would someone do that?
That? I have no idea. Certainly they must have a goal of some sort. You would have to be mad to choose to come here, but as to what that goal is, and how the killer intends to achieve it, I'm afraid I do not have even speculation.
That's interesting.
Have you noticed something?
Now, there's blood all over the lady's arm, except for right here. Since that's where the bracelet was, then the bracelet the killer stole should have blood on it.
Right.
But none of us were wearing a bloody bracelet.
Sigma, please tell me you're kidding. The killer would have, of course, wiped the blood off. Only a fool would walk around with a bracelet covered in blood.
So you're saying they cleaned it?
Yes. Have you discovered something?
Okay, I know how we can identify the killer.
Oh?
We just need some of that luminol. Doesn't matter how well they cleaned it, there should be some traces of blood left.
Aha, I see. That could very well work. We should have everyone gather in the rec room then. That is where the luminol was, I believe.
Yeah. First we need to finish looking for Quark, though. We still got the infirmary and everything beyond the green door. Once we're done with that, we can head back to floor B and meet up with everyone else.
Understood. Shall we go then?
There's 3 doors here, too.
The same as what we found on the other side of the blue door.
But looks like 2 of them are already unlocked.
So it does. The center and rightmost doors both say open. Perhaps the layout here is different.
Whatever. Let's take the door on the right first. What's this room?
That looks like a workbench of some sort.
Maybe, but what sort of work? Well, we're here to find Quark, not look at a workbench. You go check the far end, alright?
Very well.
Nothing. It's not here either. Hey, Kay. How's it going over there? Kay? Can you hear me? Kay was bent over with his back to me, peering underneath the thing that looked like a workbench. What the hell? I walked toward him as I spoke. Hey man, what's going on here?
Oh, nothing.
Bent down and saw he was staring at something that appeared to be a safe. It's empty.
Yes.
Is there something in there before?
No, it was empty when I found it.
Was it?
Yes.
What are you doing staring into an empty safe?
I was thinking. Specifically, I was thinking about who opened this safe.
Would that have been the team that went through the green door? That was Dio, Phi, and Clover.
No, that's unlikely. When we met up with Dio, he told us that he had been in the treatment center. The nameplate on this door says this is the GAULEM Bay, however.
So you're saying they didn't go in here?
I believe that is the case, which, as you can see, is why I was puzzled. If Dio, Phi, and Clover did not open this safe, who did?
Well, there's no point thinking about it. We should get back.
Yes, there was another unlocked door, wasn't there?
Yep. Let's get moving then. So this is the treatment center, huh?
This is the room that Dio visited.
Did you think that's kind of strange? Till now, all the chromatic doors have led to a single room each. So why are there 2 rooms on the other side of the green door?
An excellent question.
We'll talk to the others later, I guess, and see if they know anything. Kay and I split up and began to look for places where Quark might have hidden, or small holes that he might have escaped through. Huh? What are these?
They must be the treatment pods Dio mentioned.
Windows all covered with frost on the inside. I can't see in.
Shall we open it?
Yes, might as well. Have at it.
What?
Quark. No. Oh no. His bracelet. It's... oh god.
Hold on, Sigma. Calm down. Look at his chest. Can you see it moving?
What? Quickly pressed a finger to Quark's wrist. It was faint, but his heartbeat was there. He's alive. He's alive!
What a relief. I'm so glad to know he's safe.
Laughed out loud and grabbed Kay in a bear hug, at least as much of one as I could manage. He patted me on the back and shared what I thought might have been a relieved chuckle. If he's still alive, why is his bracelet off? Zero Jr. said it would only come off when you died.
Perhaps Zero Sr. took it off?
What?
I
Why?
have no idea.
Then maybe Zero Sr. brought Quark here and put him in this pod thing too. Well, even if he did, we don't have any way to know why.
This pod is for medical treatment. Perhaps Quark has contracted some sort of illness.
He's sick? What has he got?
Well, how would I know that? In any event, we should return and let the rest of our companions know that we found Quark. I imagine Tenmyoji in particular will be pleased.
Yeah, I bet. Do you think we can carry him, or?
No, I believe it would be best to leave Quark here. As I mentioned, there is a chance he has fallen ill. If so, then removing him from the pod would be dangerous. The treatment he is currently undergoing could be compromised. I'll close the pod's cover then. Is that alright?
Yeah, sure. Wait, I just thought of something. You sure he's gonna be alright?
What do you mean?
Well, what happens if he wakes up? Can he open that thing on his own?
He'll be fine. I noticed a lever inside that can be used to open the cover. So long as no one locks the pod, he should be able to leave whenever he wants.
But if someone locks him in, he's screwed?
Yes, that is what I said, but you needn't worry. You see, I have not engaged the lock. Now, we should return to the Floor B warehouse. I imagine the others are already there.
Right, yeah. Okay, let's go.
You're late.
You're one to talk. How much earlier did you get back again? I'd be surprised if you searched at all.
This is it?
Yeah. Clover and Tenmyoji still aren't back.
So, find anything?
Yeah, we sure did.
Yeah? Well, go on, spill it.
Explain to them how he found Quark in the treatment center.
I see. Well, that's good to hear.
Jerk, making us all worried.
There is more.
And that is?
There is still some cause for concern.
Just spit it out.
Quark may have contracted an illness of some sort. As such, he has been left in the treatment pod.
Will he be alright?
Yeah, he'll probably.
Do you even...
Whatever, at least we found him. Pretty lucky he's alive, too.
What do you mean by that?
I mean what I said, genius. I'm glad he's not dead, aren't you?
As equivocal as ever, I see.
How kind of you to say so.
So, was Quark all you found? The way you were talking made it sound like there was something else.
Yeah, I'll explain that after Tenmyoji and Clover get back. Something I wanted to ask you about first, though. When you went through the green door, did you search 2 different rooms?
2?
No, just the treatment center.
2! I see. And what was the other one?
What do you mean, the other one?
You know, where there's that intersection with the 3 doors? Well, when Kay and I went there, 2 of the doors were unlocked. You guys unlocked the one that went to the treatment center when you went through the green door. But the other one...
Who could have opened it?
Don't look at me. I told you, we only opened the one that went to the treatment center.
Could it have been Zero Senior?
I don't know.
So did you and Kay go through the other door? What was
Yeah.
in there?
Nothing, really.
It appeared to be some sort of room for servicing something.
That doesn't make any sense. So what the hell was whoever opened that door looking for?
Who knows?
Tenmyoji and Clover are running rather late. Should we go and look for them?
No, there's something I want to check first.
It's never easy with you, is it?
Well, let's get it over with. Huh.
This is the rec room. Dio and I came here earlier when we were looking for Quark.
So why are we here?
Was there something here you needed to see?
Said nothing, and instead made my way over toward the cabinet. Inside was the luminol. I reached in and pulled it out, then headed to the light switch and flipped it. The room went dark, and I headed back to where the others were standing.
Whoa, whoa, what is this? You gonna start telling ghost stories or something?
Why? You scared of ghosts?
You're kidding me, right?
Then show me how brave you are. Stick out your bracelet. You too, Phi, please.
Our bracelets?
Yeah. Want to see the underside of them.
What do you mean by that?
Mean the side on the bottom. Side that doesn't have the display on it, Come on, you really gonna make me explain this?
I know what you mean. What I'm asking is what the hell you think you're...
Just do it. It's not hard.
Should I also participate?
Nah, you're fine, Kay. Your bracelet is a little different from ours. But I'll join in just to make it fair. There was a brief moment of hesitation before Dio and Phi stuck out their arms. Held mine out as well, wrist pointed upward.
This okay?
Yeah, just hold like that for a moment. As fast as I could, I pulled the luminol from my pocket and sprayed it across all 3 of our wrists.
Ugh, cold. What the hell, man?
Dio jerked his arm back with a shout. Don't see anything glowing. Phi's bracelet is clean. So is mine, of course.
That leaves only Dio.
Wait, what are you talking about?
I'll explain in a minute. Just show me your bracelet. Is something wrong? Just show it to me. Come on, Dio, we don't have time for this.
Why do I have to do what you tell me to?
Because I'm trying to prove your innocence.
Oh, like hell you are. I don't know what you're looking for, but you're not gonna find it on me.
Then just show me your arm.
No, you don't get to order me around. I have rights.
As he spoke, Dio made a break for the exit. He didn't get far.
I'm afraid I can't let you do that, Dio.
He spun around toward the other exit. Stop him!
Right!
Don't know what you're talking about, but okay.
All 3 of us leapt at Dio. I knew it. His bracelet's glowing. Then that means...
Let me go! Get off of me, you fuckers!
Dio, you killed the old lady.
No! You don't understand. This is all some kind of... a mistake. Shit!
What's going on here? I think it's about time you gave us the full story.
As quickly as I could, I explained to Phi what Kay and I had noticed on the old woman's wrist.
So the person with the bloody bracelet would have to be the person who killed her.
Yeah, exactly. Even if they'd wiped it off, I figured the luminol would still react to the blood. Looks like I was right. We've got you, Dio. Might as well confess. Well?
Alright, fine. You caught me. I did it. I killed the old bitch and took her bracelet.
Why?
Are you Zero?
No. I was under orders. I was sent here to do something.
To do what?
Who gave you this order?
I'll die before I tell you.
So your orders were more important than Alice and Luna's lives?
Whoa, whoa, let's not get ahead of ourselves. I killed the old lady, but that's it. I don't know anything about what happened to Alice and Luna.
That wasn't you?
Tread carefully, Sigma. This man is not to be trusted. He has already shown he is willing to lie and kill.
Come on, I'm telling the truth. You gotta believe me.
Even if we do believe you, you're still a killer. You just haven't killed as many people.
Exactly. He should be restrained somehow. If we leave him be, he may well kill again.
But where would we put him?
Is there a room we can lock or anything?
I might be a killer, but I'm not a serial killer.
Ah, perhaps we could put him in one of the treatment pods.
Second, I'll turn the chat back on. You can actually see it.
Once we've locked it, he should be unable to escape.
That is bit messed up, but effective. Oh yeah.
Hey, wait! I'll be good, I promise.
Uh-huh. I don't trust you at all.
Come on, please. Hey, listen to me.
We'll let you out when the white doors open. Someone's going to need your bracelet to open the secondary door.
Don't fuck with me, you guys. There's no way in hell I'm going in that thing. Let go! Let me go! God damn it! Told you assholes to let me go! You can't do this! Stop! Stop! Please stop! Please! No, you can't! Ah!
Open this fucking thing! I said open it, goddammit!
I don't think so.
You're gonna pay for this! When I get out of here, I'm gonna fucking end you!
So, I guess we figured out who the murderer was. And we found Quark.
Now all that's left to do is find Clover and Tenmyoji.
Yeah.
Why don't we head back to the warehouse and start from there? They may have already returned.
Good point.
Let's go.
Yeah, I'm definitely glad that we didn't try to do this last time. We're already over 30 minutes. I remember there being a little bit more to this one. Got the whole thing with Dio before the ending. Looks like they aren't back yet.
Perhaps they went to look for us.
Man, now we've got to go look for them.
How much time until the white doors open?
50 minutes.
Then I don't think we really need to hurry yet.
Okay, this game is really freaky with how accurate some of the time intervals are. For reference, that at the start of this, they check their watches and there's like 80 minutes until the doors open.
Why don't we wait a little longer? For all we know, they're on their way back right now.
Okay, and I nodded.
By the way, there was something I wanted to ask you guys about.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. Quark's bracelet.
Yeah, I noticed that. I was wondering if somebody in the game would notice it eventually.
When we found him in the pod, he wasn't wearing it.
Somebody took it.
Why?
How should I know?
Presumably, it had been taken off before we found him.
So we have no idea where it is.
Pretty much.
I see. That's not good. Without that bracelet, we won't be able to continue the game.
What?
We need 3 bracelets to open the secondary door. If we lose one...
Oh no. Wouldn't be able to go through the secondary door.
Yeah.
Who would be pairing up with Quark?
Quark's bracelet should be a red solo. That would mean he'd be with the cyan pair.
Who's the cyan pair?
Clover and Tenmyoji.
The 2 people who are missing.
Quark's bracelet is gone, and his 2 teammates have disappeared.
What's going on? Does that mean Clover and Tenmyoji took the bracelet?
Well, if they found Quark before you did, yeah, there's a good chance they did.
Then why aren't they back yet?
Perhaps they've already gone through the white door.
What? No, that's not possible. Primary doors haven't even opened yet.
Perhaps someone opened one of them. I don't know.
No.
But it's happened before. Remember the 3 doors on the other side of the green door?
Yeah, but that wasn't a chromatic door.
Someone made one of them open. Perhaps this is the same thing.
I mean, I suppose if they had the power to do that with one of the other doors, maybe they could do it with the chromatic door too, but that's against the rules. Screw the rules, I have money.
Yes, I know. But if the person opening the doors is Zero Senior, do you really think the rules matter? Zero Senior controls the entire game.
So are you saying Clover or Tenmyoji is Zero Senior?
It is a possibility. It would explain why they still haven't shown up.
Could they really have taken Quark's bracelet and gone through one of the white doors?
They did. We won't know where they went until the doors open for the rest of us.
So I would assume.
This is all just speculation, though. Maybe we should go look for them again. One of us can stay behind so that we don't miss them if they come back.
Okay, I'll stay.
Sigma and I will go see if we can find them then.
Make sure you get back 5 minutes before the door opens, all right? Oh, and don't forget to bring Dio with you.
Of course. This is the pantry?
So it would appear.
Now, looks like they're not here.
When we started looking for Quark, they were sent off to search everything beyond the red door, which would have meant this room.
Not gonna do us any good to hang around here, though. Let's head upstairs.
Very well.
No one's here either, huh? Tammy, as you love scotch so much, I thought we might find him here drinking some. It's around that time that I noticed Kay was acting strangely. Staring at the shelf of alcohol in a way that I would probably have described as blankly. I could have actually seen his eyes. Hey, what's up? You want a drink?
Oh, no. Well, I would enjoy a drink, but this mask...
Right. Sorry, that sucks. Honestly, I gotten so used to the suit I kind of forgotten you were wearing it. Why the heck did they make you wear that thing anyway? You still don't remember anything?
Well, actually, I did remember a little.
Really?
Yes,
What did you remember?
my father.
When Dad, you remember that? Did it just pop up out of nowhere? Pop? Dad?
Please, don't joke. This is serious.
Sorry, serious. I'm Dad. So you remembered who your father was?
Yes,
What about your mom?
I don't seem to have one.
Oh. So your dad raised you?
Well,
He stopped for a moment, then calmly folded his hands in front of him.
I was raised in the facility where my father worked.
Also, little K is like the cutest thing.
He was the only person who worked there, which meant he was the only person I saw until I was older. That had been the situation for as long as I could remember, though, so I never thought it odd.
He wouldn't allow me to go near him while he was working, but the only times he wasn't working were the times when he was sleeping. As such, the only communication I had was with the education software he'd given me. Suppose I was a fairly expressionless child back then. We developed body language to communicate with others, and with no one else to communicate with, I suppose it makes sense. Once I learned to read and write, I began to realize that my situation was not normal. Many of my books had mentioned a mother as part of a family, and in several, the mother, father, and children would eat meals together and talk to one another. Soon I found myself longing for a mother of my own. Someone who would always be with me, who would scold me if I did something wrong. At night, they would read to me before bedtime. If only I had a mother like that, I thought, I would be happy. So for the first time in my life, I asked my father for something. He'd finished working and, as usual, was making his way towards his bedroom when I stopped him and asked for a mother. He looked at me silently for a long moment before finally responding, "Okay." I remember to this day how happy I was at that moment. A few months later, he called me into his laboratory. It was the first time he'd ever done anything like that. My heart was beating quickly as I stepped inside. Standing next to him was a young woman, and my hopes soared. But when he said her name, or rather, her ID number, they were dashed. He'd given me a robot to play the part of a mother. I didn't want a mother that was just a machine who did what a human told her to. I told my father that. He looked surprised for the first time in my life. Then he frowned, coughed, and admonished me for being a whiner. He never scolded me for anything before. First I was surprised, then angry. Hot tears streamed down my face. My father ordered the robot to take care of me and shoot us out of his lab. The robot was very convincing, and she smiled and spoke as if she was a real person, but I refused to answer her and locked myself in my room. You can talk to a robot and it will respond, but in the end you're still talking to a machine, not a person. That was what I'd wanted. Still had the education software my father had given me. When I ignored the robot as it tried to take care of me, it looked sad. Couldn't really be sad, of course. It was only programmed to look that way. Robot's facade of sadness didn't mean anything to me. After that, I stopped expecting anything from my father. He'd never really spoken to begin with, so it was easy enough for me to make sure we never saw one another. I lived my life as if he didn't even exist. Perhaps it seems strange to you that I continued to live with him, but I never considered leaving. Perhaps in the hidden depths of my heart, I longed for a relationship with my father. Everything changed when I was 18. Left my room one morning to find a woman standing outside of it. She was the first human I'd seen apart from my father, and I was understandably surprised. For a moment, I thought my father had created a new robot, but when I told her that, she laughed and explained that she'd come to help him. As it turned out, she was a very mysterious person. She was much older than I was, but something about the way she behaved was almost girlish. She would tell me stories about the world outside in such a way that I was never sure if she was telling the truth or making up fantastic lies. Ultimately, though, the truth didn't matter. I loved her stories. She wasn't helping my father directly with his research, so I spent most of my days with her. For long, I discovered she'd known my father when he was young. She told me stories of how he'd fallen in love as a younger man, and I began to imagine the person he'd fallen in love with had been her. That she was, in fact, secretly my mother. After she settled in with us, our long-established routine began to change drastically. First, we started to eat together. Before then, I had never shared a meal with anyone in 18 years. She scolded me for my table manners, or more accurately, the lack thereof. If I was going to eat with others, she said, I would need to be more polite. Having eaten alone for my entire life, manners had never been something I'd ever thought about. My father got in trouble too, when he made the mistake of reading through the research papers during dinner. The look of surprise and embarrassment on his face made me burst into laughter. Couldn't remember the last time I'd shared a laugh with my father. Might have been the first time. The room we considered our living room changed too. Before it had just been another room, but she made it comfortable. After we finished our dinner, I would sit on the sofa and relax with her and my father. Those times were the ones I cherished the most. For a little while every day, I got the family I'd longed for ever since I was a child. At a suggestion, I started to help with my father's research. He specialized in genetic engineering, and I discovered I had an interest in it as well. Time faded away as I lost myself in research. Now that we were working and studying together, my father and I had a great deal to talk about. For the first time in my life, we began to speak to one another like father and son. Whenever I impressed him with something I'd learned, I felt a surge of happiness. It drove me to study even harder. My days felt full, right, and meaningful, but most importantly, I was happy. 4 years passed in the blink of an eye, until one day, I happened to overhear my father and the woman speaking in the laboratory. Their tone was serious, so I listened closer, curious to know what they were talking about. And that was when I heard her say that she planned to give her life to achieve their goals. It was clear that she wasn't being metaphorical. She would have to die. I was in shock. The research I had thrown myself into would lead to her death. I asked my father to stop his research immediately. He refused to listen. She agreed with him. She told me that she had been prepared for what she had to do since the day she came to our facility. My father had known about it from the beginning as well. Angry and disappointed, I began to investigate exactly the research I'd been helping with, was working toward. Perhaps I thought I could figure out a way to keep her alive. Discovered much more than I bargained for. To begin with, I learned that the ultimate success of my father's research would require a good deal of sacrifice. I also learned that my own existence was just another part of his project. I had been created to function as my father's spare. If he died during his research, I was intended to continue it in his place. I was stunned. I was furious with my father and with her, and even with the research I poured myself into for 4 years. There's only one thing to do: destroy the facility and end my father's horrible research once and for all. I had made plans to destroy the main reactor and with it the entire facility. But she saw right through me. My father was livid and locked me in my room until his research was complete. All I could think of was how I might stop him. She did her best to convince me that I misunderstood, that everything would be fine. Much as I wanted to believe her, I remembered in the back of my mind that she had been the one who had pushed me to become involved in my father's research. Had that been an earnest desire to give me something to do with my life, or... Still, I couldn't bring myself to hate her. She had given me a reason to live. Even if she had conspired with my father to mold me into his replacement, the warmth she'd shown me had been real. She made me feel as if I had had a real family. That was something that I wouldn't have given up for the world. I pleaded with her to leave, but she quietly shook her head. There was someone very special to her, she told me. He had saved her life once. She felt her death would help repay that favor. She would have liked nothing more than to marry him and live a happy, normal life together, but she couldn't. For his sake, she said, for the sake of my future she had wanted. She was determined to see my father's research succeed. I realized then that although she was the most important person in my life, there was someone more important than me and hers. She tried to explain that beyond what we could see was a future where no one would have to die, but I refused to listen. What good was a potential future to me? It was what I had now that I wanted. Couldn't stand to think that she would give up her life for a man I'd never even seen. So I shut myself off from the world. Perhaps that is why I lost my memory. Kay let out a deep, tired sigh.
I'm sorry. I lost track of time.
It's okay.
Not having any memories is less than desirable, but it could be argued that regaining them is almost more taxing. No, the details are still indistinct, especially more recent events. Sigma, I'm sorry, but would it be alright if I laid down for a bit? I don't feel very well. It must be because I remembered so much so quickly. My head feels like it's going to explode. Yes, I think I just need to rest. I'm sorry. Thank you.
Stepped out of the room and nearly ran into Phi. What are you doing? Supposed to be waiting back in the warehouse.
Yeah, I know. I just decided to go check on you guys. I waited a long time and nobody showed up. Judging by your face, you haven't found them either. Damn.
Yeah.
Where's Kay?
He's in the lounge.
You decided to split up?
Well, not quite. Instead of waiting for my answer, she opened the door to the lounge and walked in.
What's up with him?
Guess he's not feeling too well. Said he wanted to rest for a bit.
Is he alright?
Think so. She'll leave him alone right now, though. Remember, there's a real person inside that suit. Sure, he's just tired.
Tired, huh? How are you feeling?
What?
I feel tired just looking at you. Your face is like a week-old sock.
Really? Well, I guess I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little exhausted. And all of a sudden I wake up trapped in some weird-ass game, and then dead bodies start turning up. Honestly, I'm amazed that I managed to hold on to my sanity for this long. Just about everything here makes absolutely zero sense. The more I try and figure any of it out, the more I feel like my brain's just going to melt and run out my ears. You know what I'm talking about, right? We managed to figure out who the killer was, but there's still 100 other questions we have no idea about. Where the hell are we? Why are we even here? What's this whole Nonary Game thing for? What is Zero Senior up to? Hell, how about who Zero Senior is? Rabbit said he was one of us, but... Do you think it's Dio?
Who knows?
Besides, we still don't know why Dio killed them. Said he was ordered to do it, but... And there's more too. What about the old lady? Who is she? What's her deal? Hell, what are any of our deals? I don't know jack shit about anybody here. I don't even know anything about you, Phi.
Are you serious? You can't honestly suspect me, can you?
No, that's not it.
I'm just like you. I was kidnapped on December 25th and brought here too.
She trailed off. You heard that, right?
Yeah, it came from the hallway.
Let's go have a look.
There's nobody here.
Maybe they got in the elevator?
Let's try hitting the button. If the door doesn't open immediately, then we'll know the elevator's downstairs. Thought so.
Let's go. Which way? Where do you think they went?
Let's just head for the green door.
Why?
Because the treatment center's there. That's where Dio and Quark are.
So?
You aren't worried? I just want to make sure they're safe.
They're fine. Temioji or Clover probably made that noise. Oh, maybe both of them. I don't think they'd hurt Quark or Dio.
Are you sure? Dio admitted to killing the old woman, but he still insists that he didn't kill Alice or Luna. What if he's telling the truth?
You serious? You're gonna believe him?
Doesn't matter. I just want to know if they're safe. No harm in being careful.
Alright, fine. We headed to the first pod. Cracked open the top and lifted it back. There was Quark, sound asleep.
Yeah, I guess you're right. I was probably getting worried for nothing. How about Dio?
Let's open his. What the hell?
Check his pulse.
It's pointless to check his pulse. He was obviously dead, but I did it anyway. Yeah, he's dead.
Look. The oxygen level for his pod says 0%.
Then that means he is asphyxiated? But why?
Someone must have tampered with the pod and lowered the oxygen levels.
Who?
Look, we should go talk Kay about this. Come on, let's go.
Status, unalived. Phi and I burst into the lounge and ran up to Kay. Kay, wake up. Something's happened. When he didn't move, I grabbed him by the shoulders and shook. He twitched and quickly sat up.
What is it?
We explained about how we'd found Dio dead, how it looked like he died of asphyxiation. It appeared that someone had reduced the oxygen level of his pod to 0.
What? But why? I thought that Dio was the one who killed the old woman, Alice, and Luna. Then who killed him, if he was the murderer?
The only people who could have done it are Clover and Tenmyoji.
There's also Quark.
What? No. That's impossible. So you're saying that Quark woke up, opened his pod from the inside, killed Dio, and then went back to sleep?
No, I'm just saying that strictly speaking, it's a possibility. So just, you know, take it into consideration.
Well, in that case, Phi, I hate to say it, but doesn't that mean that you could have done it?
Me?
Yes. You could have done it any time after Sigma and I left the Floor B warehouse.
Don't give me that. I was waiting for Clover and Tenmyoji to show up. They never did, though, so I got impatient and went to find you guys. Then I bumped into Sigma in front of the lounge.
She went on to explain about the sound we'd heard.
I see. So you heard something. Then perhaps it is likely that Clover and Tenmyoji were at fault.
Were the two of you together the whole time you were investigating?
Yes, we were.
You never split up or anything?
Nope.
In any event, we don't have a great deal of time to discuss it.
Oh, crap. We only got 7 minutes until the primary doors open.
All right. Let's get back to the Floor B warehouse. Maybe Clover and Tenmyoji are already there.
Oh, but where is Dio's bracelet?
His what?
Huh?
You didn't take it? Dio was a green solo. Phi and I are the magenta pair.
Shit. You're right. Without Dio's bracelet, we won't be able to open the secondary door.
I fear not.
We need to hurry. We'll drop by the treatment center on the way back and grab the bracelet.
All three of us don't need to go. You two go on ahead. I'll get the bracelet.
All right.
Oh, one other thing. I need to give you these.
The yellow pair bracelets. Are these Alice and Luna's?
Yes. Without these, you would be stuck.
Who didn't have it on? What? Oh. Well, yeah, I mean, it came off. It was in the pod with him.
So, here you are. Please, take them.
I grabbed the bracelets and shoved them into my pocket.
All right, let's get going.
Shit. They're not here.
Maybe they did go through the door, like Kay said.
With Quark's bracelet?
Or...
Or what? Oh, come on, man. You're not giving me that maybe they're already dead crap. I've got enough of it from Dio. You've got to be kidding me. This isn't funny, Phi. If you're right, then you, Kay, Quark, and I are the only people alive.
Hey, lay off. I want to believe they're alive too, but...
We heard a noise and turned.
I apologize for keeping you.
Did you get Dio's bracelet?
Well, technically, yes, but best you just see it. This is what I found in Dio's pod.
What?
What the hell?
I assume whoever murdered Dio did this.
But why? There's no point.
I can't say for sure, but if I were to guess...
Chromatic doors have opened. 5 minutes remain until chromatic doors close.
With a bracelet like this, I doubt we can get past the secondary door.
That means Kay and I will...
Oh no. Shit. You're gonna...
When the time comes, those 3 doors will automatically close. If anyone is left outside after they close, they'll be penalized.
I see. That's what they wanted. Whoever killed Dio wanted to use the game to kill me and Kay. That's why they broke the bracelet.
I think so. It makes the most sense.
How can you be so calm? In 5 minutes you're gonna be...
Go on ahead, Sigma. You have those bracelets Kay gave you, right? You should be able to get through the secondary door with those. So just...
Fuck that. You know I can't just ditch you guys like that.
But if you stay here...
You think I don't know that? What kind of a monster am I if I just leave you here to die? Ah, God damn it. This is bad. What was I going to do? I needed to calm down. Just calm down. Calm down and think. There had to be a way to save them. There had... Brain blast.
An anesthetic called sopril beta. The other is a muscle relaxant called tubocurarine. Your bracelet also has a bunch of needles on the inside. If you break the rules, those needles hop out and inject you.
My brother told me about that. Neostigmine is a type of cholinesterase inhibitor. That means it's sort of an antidote for tubocurarine. I knew it!
Give it back. I found it, so it's mine.
Of course. The antidote.
The antidote?
I didn't have time to explain. Took off running toward the exit.
Sigma, where are you going?
Stay here. I'll be right back. Bolted out of the warehouse toward the treatment room. I think Dio put it in his pocket. Come on, come on, come on. Please still have it. Sweat was pouring down my face, but I didn't bother to wipe it off. There wasn't time. Dug frantically through Dio's coat until... Aha! Found it. Oh. There's only one dose. The injection gun uses the whole bottle at once. Shit. Can't save both of them. Okay. Slight problem. Can you even, like, inject K with it? 1 minute? Shit. Spun around and shot out of the treatment center.
Three, two, one. Chromatic doors closing.
Womp womp. No. You gotta be kidding me.
Oh dear.
Sigma.
There was a sharp, quick pain in my wrist. Barely even noticeable. Couldn't feel anything flowing into my veins, but I knew it was there. First would be the anesthetic sopril. blinked, and my vision started to blur. When I tried to think, it felt like my mind had been stuffed with cotton. My legs began to wobble, and then gave out entirely as I crumpled to the floor. No, I couldn't fall asleep. I had to give one of the antidote before my bracelet injected me with the tubocurarine. With every ounce of strength I could muster, I forced my eyes back open. K and Phi lay limp on the floor in front of me. With my right hand, I could feel the injector gun with this precious cargo. Could only pull the trigger once. Who was I going to choose? Phi or K? Now, what was I thinking? There was only one answer. Phi. Didn't even have a choice. After all, K's entire body was covered in impenetrable metal. Sorry, K. Summoned up as much energy as I could, dragged myself toward Phi. After what felt like an eternity, I was finally within arm's reach. No time to waste, I pressed the gun to her arm and pulled the trigger.
Sigma, what the hell did you...
I inject you with neostigmine. It's a type of cholinesterase inhibitor. It's the antidote to the muscle relaxant.
Why did you pick me?
Because I can't use the injection gun on K. Never get through the metal.
Then why didn't you inject yourself?
Guess you've got a point. Honestly, didn't even cross my mind.
You're the biggest idiot on the planet.
Hey, come on. Any kind of thing to say to somebody who's about to die. How about something more tender?
No, screw this. I don't want to live if it means being in debt to you. No, goddamn. I'm not gonna.
Her words slurred and slowed, and her eyes fluttered closed. She wasn't dead, of course. Hear the faint sound of her breathing and see her chest rise and fall. Good. Phi's gonna be alright. But K... looked over in his direction. That was when I noticed it. Open? There's a hole here on the back of your head. And it looks like you insert something. It says open, so maybe you put some kind of key in there.
You could open up the suit and take the mask off.
Wait. Then he... But when could he have... How he gotten it didn't really matter anymore. What did matter was that K had been able to remove his armor. And he had. Holy shit. Then that would mean Dio's killer is... Coaxed as much strength as I could from my increasingly lethargic body and crawled toward K. K, wake up. Come on, talk to me. Grabbed his shoulder and shook him until he finally shifted and spoke.
Sigma.
Just need to know one thing. Did you kill Dio? You weren't sleeping, were you? After I left, you took off your armor. You didn't want to go the same way I had, so you took the other door. You went the long way around through the warehouse and the crew quarters. You headed for the elevator. Bumped into Phi and went back to the lounge to check on you. We saw you, or we saw your armor, I guess. By then you would have been out of it. However, in the lounge, you went to the treatment room and killed Dio. You must have turned off the oxygen to his pod, although you probably didn't stick around to make sure he died. Betting you were in a hurry to get back before Phi and I would notice something was up. When you got back to floor A, you needed us out of the lounge, so you made a noise in the hall to lure us out. Then you ran around and took the long way back to the lounge so you could enter through the rear door. Once you were there, you put the suit on again and waited for us. As soon as we found Dio's body, we did exactly what you'd expected. Okay, wake up. Something's happened. You pretended to wake up, very disoriented and confused. What is it? Come on, Kay. I'm almost out of time. Did you kill Dio?
Yes. Your reasoning is correct. I killed him.
Why?
Because I couldn't forgive him. He took the life of someone very important to me. I couldn't...
Who did he kill?
The old woman.
What?
She was like mother to me. She showed me how to see meaning in my life.
Wait, are you saying?
Yes, I am. She was the woman who came here when I was 18.
Oh, hold on. What do you mean here?
Sigma, unfortunately, we are out of time. There's something I have to tell you. I made a promise that you would hear it. Do you understand? This is very important. You must pay attention. Cannot forget.
Forget? It wasn't making sense. I was about to die. How on earth would I remember...
See
Oops.
a lion with two heads.
We'll get back to that in a
In
second.
the sun. Remember these letters.
That's the wrong one. It's up, isn't it? How on earth would I be remembering anything for more than a few seconds? A lion with two heads devouring the sun. Remember these letters.
Milevoli. This will open the second gate.
What the hell? Hey, Kay. Who told you to tell me this? No, who are you? Show me. Show me who you really are. Grabbed a hold of Kay's mask and tore it off. What? No, that's impossible. That face. It's my face. Felt a sharp pain in my left wrist. My body collapsed unceremoniously. The second drug. Tibocurine. My vision began to blur and my head felt unnaturally heavy. The world faded away, and my consciousness slipped down into the cold, dark waters of nothingness. So how's that for a mindfuck? So, I have some questions. We did get some things answered though. We figured out that, you know, Dio was the one who killed the old woman. Shocker. I mean, given how he admitted to sneaking into the game in his ending, It makes a lot of sense. You know, the glove fits. But a lot of interesting revelations from this ending. Which, unfortunately, I can't really talk about most of them, or else I'll be spoiling more of the plot. But we did learn some important things, like apparently K lived here. The old woman came here as well. And in case it wasn't obvious, because we'll figure this out later, but you can also kind of infer it from the clues that were given during this ending. K found the key to unlock his suit in the GAULEM Bay safe. So that's how he did that. Trying to think if there's anything else specifically from this ending. Yeah, obviously the clue that we got from that isn't gonna make sense for a long while. At the very least, we won't be using it for a long time. But yeah, that's one long ending. We're almost at the end of the credits here. To double check. Okay, yep, that's what we're doing next. Did I? Okay, yep. That's why I prepped my notes last time. So that will be ready. K end. Kend. So there you go. So that when I did the brain blast, that was our first lock that we picked. Well, we unlocked it. We had the information that we needed for it. So how can Phi and K be saved? Which, you know, we learned during Clover's ending. There, so... We're space-time rewinding a bit. And we're going to be going back to the yellow door timeline. But instead of betraying, we are going to ally this time.
Ten seconds remain until Ambidex game polling.
Right, there's no
closes.
shortcut to get to that, unfortunately. It's fine, I stepped out of the AB room. Blah, 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 blah. I think we can actually skip this. Nope, okay, that's new. Well, we did ally, so there's probably going to be a little bit
So you
different.
chose ally, huh?
You don't get to complain. I won't remember.
Not complaining. I just think you're being a little soft-hearted.
Oh, you worry too much. Sure, Temioji chose ally too.
See, that's what I'm talking about. You don't have any facts, just misguided optimism.
Facts don't care about your misguided optimism.
Yo, what's up? Siggy! But no! Hey, what are you kids doing over there? We're about to announce the results.
Let's go. Should have a look at those results.
Fine.
Good. Looks like you're all here. Finally, let's get ready to rock! Ambidex Game! Round one! If everybody would please direct their eyes to this monitor.
Aw, dang it.
are the results from your game. Now, let us check the numbers on our bracelets.
Sigma. Phi, sorry.
Tenmyoji chose betray? Why? He chose ally last time.
Wait, last time? What are you talking about?
Oh, nothing. Truth was, I didn't know why I said that either. Words just appeared in my mouth before I knew I was saying them.
Right. Look, I'm sorry, I swear.
See? I told you. A soft heart is the easiest to break. Do you understand what kind of game this is now?
Just tell me one thing, Tenmyoji. Why'd you do it?
Are you serious? Someone's dead, and not just dead, murdered. I got no reason to think that murderer wasn't one of you. Only an idiot trusts someone he's never met when there's a killer on the loose. You think I had a choice? Right. I think that's enough for me. I'm old, and I'm tired. So tired.
Tenmyoji shuffled off, the same weight I had seen earlier sitting heavy on his shoulders. It's only then that I noticed an angry voice nearby.
Hey, what the hell is this?
Hey, look, lady, I was gonna choose ally, I swear to God. But just as I'm about to do it, this little bastard runs in and hits the betray button.
What?
Oh, come on. Really gonna just try and play it dumb, huh? You're a manipulative little twerp, aren't you?
Quark, is he telling the truth? Were you the one who chose betray?
No! I didn't do anything! I didn't have a chance to do anything before Mr. Dio pressed the button! I'm telling the truth! I promise!
Sure, kid. The cute and innocent act isn't gonna work.
No!
Fine. You just wait.
You just wait, Enrigans.
Man, this is all your fault, Quark.
My fault? Why are you blaming me? How could you do that, Mr. Dio? You're a jerk.
Moved away silently to let them stow daggers at one another. Seeing theirs wasn't the only team facing some friction, however.
We aren't trying to blame you.
But, I mean, if you just think about it, wouldn't it make sense to choose betray? Forget it. I understand now. It was silly of me to trust you guys.
The air in the room seemed to turn thick and sour, hanging over us like a brooding, angry cloud. It was a grim omen of darker times to come.
Zero, when does the next round start?
Zero, when does this next skip start?
If I had to guess, I'd say it's going to be Alas or Siggy. Or Fido. Or maybe Mooney.
Yeah, you know what's really fun about this particular timeline is that all of the pairs get betrayed. Actually, sorry, 2 of the pairs get betrayed. There's 4 people
Or maybe
that are at 1.
everyone.
What?
Why?
Yeah. Why am I going to die?
I guess I can tell you why. Anyone whose BP drops to 0 gets penalized. Just like when you break the rules.
I get it. Sigma, Phi, Alice, and I only have 1 BP. If any of us chose ally and got betrayed, our BP would drop below 0.
What? What the hell? This is important stuff. Why didn't you tell us about this earlier?
There are some lines that I just refuse to skip.
Sorry. Sorry's not going to cut it. I thought you were supposed to tell us the rules, not hide them.
Well,
Is there anything else you've conveniently left out? It's not fair to make people play a game without explaining all the rules.
I think it's fair. After all, it's not like anybody else knew.
Alright. Blah de blah de blah. Bye bye, Zero the Third. She went after me. Backstory. Woo! So, we've already seen the K and Dio variant of this conversation.
Sigma, huh? What do you want?
What? I just came by to check up on you.
Oh, I thought maybe you were here to kill me.
But why would I do that?
Because I betrayed you in the last AB game. I'm the reason you and Phi are down to 1BP.
Yeah, but that's hardly a reason to kill you.
Maybe.
It's clear that conversation wasn't going anywhere. Shut my mouth and walked around the room. So is it just you here?
On this side of the divider, yeah.
This side?
Quark's over there, having a look around.
I think this might be the same as before. Yeah.
And forgive me if I don't feel like spilling my guts to a guy who probably hates him right now.
The major difference here is that the shoe was on the other foot. Alright, fine. Just ask Quark.
Hey, stop it. Quark! Don't tell him a damn thing!
Well, you're getting more suspicious by the... Oh no, Quark isn't feeling very well. Surprise! Alice and Clover, they're co-workers. The first Nonary game. Something has happened. Oh no, Quark! Get me out of this body! I need to escape! Ah! We only have 5 minutes. Oh no! Back to the chromatic doors. Options.
I think the people who have the greatest disadvantage should get to choose.
I'm with this plan because it's usually me. What do you mean?
The people who have 1 BP.
So you, Phi, Luna, and Sigma?
Yes, exactly.
All right then. Who do you want to go with, Alice?
Anyone but Dio. I'd rather die than get paired up with that prick.
Amen.
Just anyone but him.
Damn. That's a lot of hate.
Look, bub, you deserve it.
What did you expect? You betrayed me.
Hey, I told you already. That was Quark.
I don't believe you.
What? You're telling me you trust him more than me?
Yes.
Anybody other than Dio could mean Quark, you know. You willing to pair up with him?
He's asleep. I don't really think I need to worry about him voting.
Glanced over at Quark. He looked tiny, cradled in K's arms, fast asleep. I didn't know any better. I think he was just a kid who tired himself out from playing too hard.
All right, Phi. Who do you want to go with?
Anyone other than Tenmyoji is fine. My reasoning is the same as he betrayed me last time.
I guess that's fair.
If we want to honor Alice and Phi's requests, then we can go with any option besides C. So, A or B?
Oh, hold on. We've got 2 other people with 1 BP. How about you, Luna?
I don't really have a preference. Clover and K did betray me last time, but...
They're both pairs now, though. Since you're a pair too, there's no way you'd end up going through the same door as them.
Yeah.
All right then, Sigma. How about you?
Let's see. Clover and I were a pair. That meant I had to choose one of the 3 solos. That's not the one I wanted. Correct? Do 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 do. Oh, cool. It's like right at the decision point. Ignore the fact we actually want to go through the red door. It's my fault for being a little trigger happy with the button to advance it. Hi, Dio.
Whoa. Betting on the dark horse, huh? Feels kind of weird to say that.
No, I need the room, not you.
Anyway, might as well be polite. Thank you.
You okay with that, Clover?
Well, I don't really trust him, but...
Look, we're gonna betray him. Let's be real.
if Alice really wants to go with option B...
Yes, this works fine. K, Tenmyoji, and I will take the green door. It's not great, but it's better than Dio. I'm good.
Well, I'm willing to do option B. Quark should be fine if he's with Luna.
Okay, I'll take good care of him, I promise.
What about Phi and K?
No problems here. I'll take Quark and Luna and we'll do the blue door.
I also approve of option B. I will take the green door, correct?
I think this goes in the green door. Kay nodded and handed Quark gently to Luna.
10 seconds remain until chromatic doors close.
Come on, guys, hurry. I want to check something. Okay, it didn't actually advance me down the path yet. Door's already closing.
Coming!
I know!
Seconds to spare, we leapt across the threshold.
2, 1, 0.
Chromatic doors closing. What is this? There are 3 different doors.
Which one do we take?
Dunno, but it looks like they're all locked anyway.
So this is a dead end? Great.
Great. No, hold on. What's this thing?
Well, it's got a lever on it.
Don't get too attached. It's probably a lever.
Are you serious?
Yeah, pretty good, huh? Am I great or what? Huh?
Hey, Sigma, is this chick simple or something?
I wouldn't rule it out. Let's just take it easy with her, okay?
Hey! What kind of a gentleman has a secret conversation in front of a lady? I guess it can't be helped, though. You boys just secrete secrets.
Alright, fine. Turn around and then we'll have it behind your back then. Secrete secrets.
Oh man, I'm good.
Sigma, please, let me give her a smack.
I wouldn't do that. What if it only makes her worse?
Well, I think that's enough genius comedy for now. How about we throw that lever?
Hey, you said we should stay away from it.
Well, you don't really think anything bad's gonna happen if you pull it, do you? Besides, it's not like we can go back.
Fine, I'll do it. Ready? Here.
Look, you should expect it from Sigma at this point. Ah. Center one opened.
Looks like the others are still locked, though.
Through the center one then. Forward!
Without waiting for a response, Clover marched through the door. Dio and I shared a glance, shook our heads, and followed. Isn't Sigma telling him to not do it? Welcome to the lab. Ah, shit. Back to the lab again. You messed up. Back to the lab again.
Well, it said laboratory on the door, didn't it? I figure that means they're dissecting frogs or building mine rays or something.
It's funny that you mentioned that. Laboratory, huh?
Do you think they might research stuff like viruses here?
Quite possibly.
If they do...
Good idea. We might be able to find some of that Excelvier.
If we do, we can cure Quark.
You really think it'll be that easy?
Well, somebody's a positive thinker.
Shut it. Just saying. This place hasn't exactly been set up for us to succeed so far.
Well, we won't know until we look. So let's get started. You know what time it is. See, go way out. Okay. The lab. The lab. There's like so many moving parts to this one. Another one where you have to like pick up a whole bunch of different things that you end up putting together. Oh, I guess we can't actually open it up. Looks like a blender or something. We're in a lab. Probably pulverize just about anything with this. Something this heavy duty. Binder. It says DNA extraction instructions. I'll take a look at that in a moment. For now, we have to gather some seeds. Hey, look, it's a frog. Oh shit, what up? So I think that's everything we need from that shelf. Okay. I think we need to also look. Oh, yeah, there we go. Guess what it is? It's another scalpel. And there's also, you know, we'll look at the tray with the line on it. You've been looking at it. It's a lion. How are you not kidding that? Sorry. Sort of tick I picked up when I was a kid. Whenever I talk about cats, I kind of, well, you heard. That's pretty weird. Check down here. Aha! See, look at this lovely seed that we got. This looks like some kind of waste tank. You for real? Oh, do we actually? Oh. Binders! Steps for dissecting a frog. Hydroponics research 1 and 2. Alright. I think it's time we had a good look at the file. Preparation of hydroponic fluid and seeds. Prepare the 5 different hydroponic fluids. Dilute with ratio 1 part fluid, 10 part water. Each fluid has a distinctive color. Prepare the 5 types of plant seeds. 3 long seeds, 3 round seeds. Research has shown that there is a distinct and repeatable relationship between the fluid used and the type of seed. These relationships can be characterized in the following manner. Log seeds have failed to germinate in 3 of the fluids. Round seeds in fluid B, yellow, and fluid D, cyan, failed to germinate. None of the marked seeds germinated if put in fluid C, green. Non-marked seeds failed to germinate in fluid A or fluid B. When the striped seeds were put into fluid D, cyan, and fluid E, blue, only one of them failed to germinate. It's another logic puzzle. You can, like, make search the shit out of this one. Steps for dissecting frog. Remove specimen from its preserving ethanol. Dispose of ethanol by pouring it down the drain. Ethanol will be filtered and gathered in liquid waste. Begin dissection. Be sure to do it in the fume cupboard. DNA extraction instructions. Place the plant material in a designated blender and activate the blender. Once the material has been thoroughly broken down, add a solution of saline water. Liquid be filtered and dripped down into a beaker. Once it is done so, pour the ethanol into the beaker. The DNA will collect at the bottom of the beaker. Use an empty capsule to collect it. All right, it's time. Froggy. All right, we need the fume hood. Just pour the ethanol down the drain. And there's Froggy. Now we need to find the scalpel. Let's see how many things it takes to cycle through. There we go. Are you gonna cut Lord Hoppington open? Poor Lord Hoppington. It's still sad. This frog is dead. It is an ex-frog. Fine, I'll do it. You are good at cutting things, Dio. A blue capsule? Hee hee, ho ho, ha ha, we have done a thing. I have a feeling I should take it. Okay. That's one thing done. I forget if we need to do that now or later. I think we get a capsule from it, so I guess it doesn't matter exactly when we do it. Hold up. I'm gonna take a look at it first. You know the hydroponics research thing we just found? You think it was talking about these? It probably was talking about these. Turn the handle right, liquid goes to the right. Turn it to the left, it goes left. Maybe if you put it in the middle, half goes to the left and half goes to the right. Probably water. It's supposed to indicate the amount of water that flows out of each pipe. There aren't any units, but it looks like 80 somethings of water come out of the center pole. And each pipe after the split gets 40. Yep. Probably pull that lever over there on the right, like this. Okay, so you know what's really, really funny about this puzzle? The solution is just put them all in the middle. Yep. Each feature. Oh. Let's see. So, I go to the puzzle here. So basically what you end up figuring out is the round one. So round can't go in yellow, cyan, marked can't go in green, non-marked can't go in red or yellow, and striped can't go in one of cyan or blue. So the solution ends up being, let's see, so we want the, looking for this one. Oh, there we go. Okay, so we just like move it over there. So round, half and half goes in the red. That one goes in the yellow. Long one goes in the cyan. Unmarked sphere goes in green, and stripy round one goes in the blue. Completed. You did it, Sigma. You've sown your seeds. Don't say that. Just don't. Look at this, we got a capsule. Okay. Yeah, you think I shouldn't? I mean, all the Phi types? Yeah, why not? Alright, done. There's a funnel above the beaker. Filtered liquid comes out of it, eventually. The ethanol, yep. That's in the tank. Guess this should do it. Now just get one of the empty capsules. You got it all. Alright, 3 out of 4 on the capsules. Is this a microscope? Oh, there's just these 4 holes on top of it. Maybe we need to stick something in them? We'll need to... Oh, that was the file. I was like, okay, I need to make sure we didn't miss the important thing. Oh, the yellow capsule. I just put... Maybe that caused this. Here's your file password. We need to use the roots somehow, and I'm forgetting exactly how. Maybe try putting them in here. Let's see. There we go. That's what it is. I think it's the other 3 that gets you the normal password. Well, not quite. There's a little bit more involved. Just look. Yeah. Cack. You can spell cat with base pairs. And tag. A is adenine, G is guanine, C is cytosine, T is thymine. I think we can manipulate it. Memes. Memes are the DNA of the soul. The complementary base pairs. Alright, I don't have a solution for this written down, so we're just gonna, like, you know, do a little bit of like that. Nope. No, okay, that manipulates that one. Easy. That's probably why I didn't take notes. You're a turkey. What in the hell? There's something on it. It's the other password. Alright. You know what time it is. Moon, star, sun. Okay. Moon, star, sun. Completed. That's not the right one. Why are you doing this to me, game? That's backing out. Completed. Oh, look what it is. Okay, what have we got here? First is... Why is that the first thing? It was like under everything else. It's the map of floor B. And we rode the elevator down to get here. That is how space works. Key cards, the moon cards. Which one's got a picture of a moon on it? Next up, we've got a notebook. Anything interesting? Can't read any of this. Are these even letter Sigma? Look, it's still the Latin alphabet. It's Latin. Hey, but I can't read any of this. Maybe it's Clover? Clover. They speak Portuguese in Brazil. What do we got here? Like 2 more things. Is that medicine? It's in the label. AXELAVIR. Exceliver? X-lever? Wait, didn't Luna say something about, Exceliver? You're right. This is it. This is Exceliver. It's the cure for Radical 6. Whoa, hold on. Let me see that. Later. We need to get out of here as quick as possible. First, we gotta get out of this room. That's easy. You got it, right? It's our key. Found in the safe. Alright. Don't mind me. I'm just gonna look at this this thing on the counter. Huh. I'm sure that won't be important later. Definitely not. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, elbow, elbow, rib, rib. I have to like scroll all the way around to get to the door. This was a bit awkward. Just cramming it all into one line. 3, 2, 1. You found it.
Hey, hold on a minute. There's something... Nah, I guess there's a couple of things I want to double check. Well, one of them's not really significant, I guess.
Huh?
First off, this machine.
Hey, you mean that machine that I was just pointing out?
We didn't even end up using this thing, did we?
No, but we could. We probably should.
I was just wondering what it was.
Well, I'm not sure how I'm supposed to answer that. Look at the side here. There's a name or something. IG Replicator?
Replicator makes it sound like it makes copies of stuff.
So it's like a copy machine.
Yeah, probably copies IG, whatever that is.
Insectlave? Any ideas?
Who knows? Ice cream by the gallon?
Of course. This machine must be here so we can make all the ice cream we want. Are you nuts? You're one idiotic girl, you know that? In other words, an IG? Well, you see, these are some very fancy doilies. VFD.
Oh, good one.
Hey, this isn't the time for stupid jokes. There's a helpless child back there in the infirmary who needs our help.
Oh, yeah, yeah, that's rich coming from you. He was right, of course. He's out of line, but he's right.
At any rate, as long as we don't know what IG means, we can't do anything with this machine, right?
That's right.
Makes sense. On to the second issue.
Darn it. If only we knew what IG meant.
Sigma, you found a journal and some sort of vial in the safe, right?
Yeah.
The vial. Could you show it to me again?
No. Don't do that, Sigma. It's a bad idea.
I didn't really get a good look at it before.
Liar. We said it out loud.
You guys were in there so close I could barely see it.
Don't do it.
Was it really Exceliver?
It's a bad idea. How would you know if it wasn't? See, it's written right there on the label.
You really are an idiot.
Sigma, no. Drop the idiot ball right now.
Although I guess in this case the G in IG stands for guy.
What? I don't. I do not give everything. Before I could blink, the vial disappeared from my hand. Hey, what gives?
What are you doing?
Being a selfish prick, that's what. Dio slipped the vial quickly into his coat.
Oh, don't worry. I'll keep it safe. I'll even give it back to you later.
Doubt. No, not later. Give it back now.
I don't think so. If you want it back, you're gonna have to listen to my request.
request.
Yeah, that's what I said. If you want this back, in the next AB game, you have to choose ally.
Okay, I can do that, but the story's not going to continue much longer. Wait, is that why you took the medicine? To blackmail me?
That's horrible.
It is horrible. See, look. You can tell just by looking at the photo.
You're using Quark's life as leverage.
Well, I've got some really good reasons to do so. I'll be happy to give it back if you just do what I say.
Didn't realize until they started to hurt that I curled my hands into fists. Deal would only give me an opening.
I wouldn't try and take it back by force if I were you. You make any sudden moves and I'll smash it.
Okay, what if I made a move and you passed?
Oh, and one more thing. Don't tell those other idiots that you found some Excelavir in here.
No.
I hear one word about it, and the next thing you hear will be little bits of glass shattering on the floor.
Damn it.
That's not fair.
This game isn't about compassion. It's not about being clever. It's about one thing. How well you can manipulate people to your advantage. How unfair you can be.
I guess you could say this game's not about being Clover.
So, what are you gonna do? Ready to promise me you'll pick ally?
Nope. Fine. I promise.
Sigma!
Look, we're making a promise to Dio.
Oh, I knew you'd say it eventually. I'm glad you understand how this works.
You know, just you wait.
But don't think about trying anything funny. Break your promise and, well, you know what happens. See you chumps later. I'm really looking forward to the next round.
One last self-satisfied chuckle, Dio strutted out of the room.
Are you really going to do what he says?
Yeah.
Sigma, you've only got one BP right now. If we choose ally and he chooses betray...
I know. Drop to -1 and that means I'll get penalized.
But that means...
Look, it's not like I want to, alright? If we don't do as he says, he'll destroy the medicine. If he does that, then Quark will...
So you're going to die to save his life? That's... Why would you do that?
In all honesty, I was terrified. My choice was far from a foregone conclusion. Well, we should get back to the upper floor. Everybody else is probably finished already. I bet they're waiting for us. I didn't wait for Clover's response.
An ambidex gate has been opened.
Hey, for once, we were actually, like, in the warehouse when that happened.
45 minutes remain until ambidex game polling closes.
This is the closest we've ever been.
Sorry, I went ahead and cracked it open a bit early.
Dio. Twirled it around like a veteran gambler. He grinned. and slid it back into his pocket.
You don't mind, right? I figured you and Clover would get up here right away. Besides, I thought it'd be best to get this done soon before you lose your nerve. I don't know about you. I'm really looking forward to the next round.
So you've said. Glance around the warehouse. Alice and Kay were back, as was Phi. And, of course, Clover. Where are Tenmyoji and the rest of them?
They're in the infirmary.
We carried Quark to one of the beds. Tenmyoji and Luna are looking after him.
How's he doing?
Well, it's hard to say. He seems to be sleeping soundly, but beyond that, there's really no way to know.
No change then, huh?
Right.
So what was your room, Sigma?
A laboratory.
Is that so?
Did it look like the kind of place where they'd be researching viruses and DNA and those kinds of things?
Yes!
Yeah, it did.
Was there any of that Excelavir?
Yes!
Don't tell those other idiots that you found some Excelavir in here. I hear one word about it, and the next thing you hear will be little bits of glass shattering on the floor.
No, nothing. Side me. Clover bit her lip.
I see.
So, how'd it go with you? Find anything interesting? Phi only shook her head. With a unison of movement that almost looked choreographed, Alice and Kay shrugged.
Where does that leave us? We've still got about 40 minutes left until voting ends.
What are you gonna do?
I'm a little curious about that lab you found. I thought I might go take a peek at it.
I'll show you the way then.
That would be wonderful.
I think I'll go have a look at the room Alice, Kay, and Tenmyoji found. Never know. Maybe you missed something. Perhaps there's some Excelavir hidden somewhere in there.
You bastard! Go!
Then I shall take you there.
What about you two? Where are you going?
Oh, I think I'll start by heading over to the infirmary to see how Quark's doing.
Then I will too.
Glad that's settled.
Okay then. Guess we should get going too.
Hold on. Show me that journal first. Dio told me about it. You wouldn't tell me anything about the lab, except that you found a journal with his words. Some sort of bullshit language. You said you had it, so I was hoping I could take a look.
Yeah. One sec. Dug the journal out of my pocket and handed it to Phi. She began to flip through the pages, her eyes quickly scanning each one.
This is Latin.
Latin? You mean you can read it?
Yeah, with time and a dictionary.
So in other words, no.
Pardon me for not being able to translate a dead language on the fly. This looks like some kind of research log. It's not gonna be some sort of, I took the dog for a walk today. It was nice kind of stuff. I can understand a little of it. Mostly conjunctions and things like that. But most of these words I've never even seen before.
Phi started to leaf through the book again as she spoke. Then suddenly, she stopped.
Wait. I can read this one. Page 216. This isn't research notes. It looks like a personal entry.
What's it say?
Don't rush me. This is gonna take a minute. Interesting. All right, I think I got it. It looks like they're talking about Radical 6.
What? Are they talking about that?
Not sure. Let me read it to you. Keep in mind I'm paraphrasing.
When the body is infected with Radical 6, the processing speed of the brain is reduced. If we assume that the brain currently operates at a 1-to-1 basis with regards to time, Radical 6 reduces this to 1 over the square root of 1/6, approximately 1 to 0.408. This means that for each second that passes outside, the patient feels that only 0.408 seconds have passed inside. Therefore, when 1 second is passed inside, approximately 2.45 seconds, or radical 6 seconds, have passed outside. In other words, when 10 seconds pass in the real world, the patient infected with radical 6 would feel as if only 4 seconds had passed. This is why the virus has been termed radical 6. Radical is another term for what was also known as the root operation, the function inverse to taking of a power. In a less mathematical sense, it can also be used to refer to something that is extreme or severe. Those infected by radical 6 eventually develop a powerful urge to commit suicide. The exact cause of this is unclear, and although there is as of yet no direct link between suicidal urges and the reduction in mental processing speed, many believe that they are not unrelated. Those infected with radical 6 perceive the world to be moving at a fever pitch, as if it were a video cassette being fast-forwarded. For instance, although the patient believes that only 10 seconds have passed, in fact 24.5 seconds have passed. Given this increased speed of input, maintaining the ability to observe and reason would become a Herculean task. One theory holds that the disparity in time perception causes the brain to be flooded with massive amounts of information. Unable to keep up, it begins to fail. Whatever the cause, the infected invariably attempt to take their own lives, which is arguably the most terrifying aspect of this virus. Research suggests that a targeted antiviral could kill or at least disable radical 6, but we have been unable to develop one. Seems our best hope is to harvest antibodies from someone with a natural immunity to the virus. Thus far, however, we've been unable to locate a suitable subject, so I've continued my efforts to discover an alternative means of treatment. Given my current rate of progress, I predict that I will have a workable treatment within a decade or two. It is my fervent hope that humanity will be able to survive that long. The bodies of those dead from suicide are piled up along the roads leading into and out of town. The entire area reeks with the stench of decay, and the sky is filled with the constant buzzing of flies. At times, their swarms are so thick that when one passes, it feels as if a cloud has gone over the sun. Every day I see more crows, and rats are everywhere, feeding on the dead. Ironically, the only healthy-looking creatures are the stray cats who have grown fat on a plentiful rodent diet. The few humans who survived the outbreak have been locked away by the government in underground shelters. I don't know how many were saved, but I fear only a handful. Their survival is the only hope that remains for the human race. Oh Lord, please, let their future be a bright one. Well, that's a lot of information. Now we know what the virus does to you, though. If you get infected, your brain slows down by about the root of 1/6. That's about what, 40%?
That isn't the important part. Those infected by Radical 6 eventually develop a powerful urge to commit suicide.
Yeah, you're right. That would explain why Quark was, well, trying to kill himself.
There are two other things in here that worry me. First, the part about how they haven't managed to develop a treatment for it yet. What do you make of that?
What am I supposed to make of it? Maybe they just hadn't found one when this journal was written? I mean, from what we know, there's a drug called Excalibur that cures it.
Exactly. But in the journal it says it might take 20 years to make something like that.
Hold on a second. I'm getting confused. When was this thing even written?
December 29th. No year.
Well, there's no way it was written this year.
Yeah, probably not. Anyway, moving on. The second concern I have is about the underground shelters it mentions. The newspaper article said something about quarantining people too. After we read it, we all thought the same thing. What if this was one of those quarantine facilities? But this journal seems to suggest the opposite. The few humans who survived the outbreak have been locked away by the government in underground shelters.
Trying to say that this place might be one of those underground shelters. Which would mean we're all supposed to be uninfected. Who would have been thrown in here to keep us safe?
Yeah. I mean, there's no way to say for sure at this point, but it seems possible.
But Quark's been infected, right?
And maybe the virus got in somehow.
That would be bad.
Just think about it for a minute. If this is one of those shelters, a lot of things start to make sense. Maybe we've been here for a long time. Like, maybe they put us to sleep somehow. Made us sleep for years, maybe even decades. While we were sleeping, the pandemic that the newspaper article talked about happened. And whoever had this journal made this entry.
And then, once the antiviral treatment was finished, they woke us up?
Right. It's all just speculation, but...
No, that doesn't make sense. I mean, it seems like a pretty plausible scenario, but... They're all captured before the pandemic started, right?
Yeah.
How would they know they have to put us to sleep for that long? How would they have known to do that? Most importantly, why the hell are we playing the Nonary game if the point of this place is to save us? Throwing a bunch of people into a game that might kill them is a pretty weird way to protect them from a pandemic.
Yeah, you're right.
See?
We don't have enough information to make any real conclusions. I think we should see if we can find anything else.
I had barely finished speaking before she took off for the magenta door. Hey, weren't you coming to the infirmary with me?
Changed my mind. You could tell me about Quark later.
And with that, I don't think we're getting to another escape room this stream. I let out a long, tired sigh and started off toward the infirmary. How's he doing?
He seems to be stable, as far as I can tell.
Still sleeping.
I see. Mind if I have a look?
Please, go ahead.
Made my way around the partition to the side of Quark's bed. The journal and the thing Phi and I talked about would definitely need to be addressed, but for the moment, the AB game was what I needed to concentrate on. Lives were at stake. Mine and Quark's. The journal was telling the truth. Then as soon as the anesthetic wore off, Quark would go insane again. What if we weren't able to restrain him a second time? What if he managed to kill himself before we got to him? Perhaps he'd just get out of the infirmary and go hide somewhere. On the other hand, it wasn't like we could keep anesthetizing him forever. There's only one way to save Quark, and that was with Excelavir. Fortunately, Dio had stolen it. If we wanted to get it back, Clover and I would have to vote ally. If I did, there was an excellent chance I would end up dead. The question was, then, what to do? Sacrifice myself to save Quark? Or keep quiet about the danger he was in to save myself? It was so faint, I almost didn't hear it.
Grandpa.
He shifted a little, then fell silent again. It was enough, though. What on earth had I been thinking? How could I have even considered letting a child die in my place? Suddenly, my cheeks felt hot with embarrassment and disgust. That I had considered letting Quark die, even for a minute, was pathetic. There was only one choice. There had only ever been one choice. No way was I going to leave Quark to die. My hands tightened into fists as I looked down at him. Any uncertainty I'd felt before was gone. I knew what I had to do.
10 minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes. All players, please enter your votes. If no vote is recorded before the deadline has passed, any non-voting parties will automatically ally. Result.
Looks like it's almost time. You two should head back.
What about you?
Not going. I'm worried about Quark.
But you're a solo. If you don't vote...
I'll automatically ally. I know. I heard the voice on the intercom just like you.
What are you going to do if Kay and Alice vote betray?
Nothing, I suppose. Just means I lost that round. I'd just be voting ally anyway. You know who my opponents are, right? Alice only has one BP left. If I pick betray and they chose ally, I'd kill her. I'm not so desperate to escape that I'm gonna kill someone for it. And even if I was, I can't leave Quark behind. You see? Doesn't matter if I go into the AB room or not. My vote's the same either way.
Tenmyoji's mind was made up. Take care of Quark.
Of course. You worry about yourself.
Let's go.
Okay.
Luna and I headed out of the infirmary, leaving Tenmyoji and Quark behind. When we got to the warehouse, we found everyone else waiting for us. Well, not quite everyone. One other person was missing.
Take a look at the doors.
They're all closed. When we came in here before, the one on the far right was open.
And that would mean...
That he went in, I guess.
Exactly.
That bastard. Probably been worried I might try and take the accelerator from him by force, so he'd hidden himself in the AB room. What a coward. I made up my mind to choose ally no matter what, but part of me had still considered trying to jump Dio if he dropped his guard. Now he'd made sure I wouldn't get the chance to try.
Where's Tenmyoji?
Oh,
Luna explained Tenmyoji's choice.
I see. Well, I guess that means I don't have to worry about him picking betray.
right. What will you guys be choosing then?
Ally, of course.
Because my BP is 6, I assume.
Yes. As long as Tenmyoji votes ally, I can't choose betray. If I do, K's BP will go up to 9.
But what if he forces you?
Ha ha ha. You needn't worry. I would never do something so crass.
Really?
Of course.
Then you don't need to go in there.
Excuse me?
Alice can vote by herself. Then we don't have anything to worry about, right?
Well,
Just stay out of the room.
I apologize, but I'm afraid I can't agree to that.
Okay.
Why not?
I just can't. Shall we go, Alice?
Hey, hold on a minute there.
Kay continued briskly toward the AB room as if he'd simply hadn't heard Phi. Alice scrambled to follow him, perhaps concerned that he would lock her out. Only seconds later, they disappeared into the third room from the left.
I hope Alice is going to be okay.
Well, there's nothing we can do now. If Kay told the truth, she'll be fine.
5 minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
Time's almost up. Come on, Luna.
Right.
They headed off at a trot toward the second room from the right, and were soon out of sight inside of it. All right, Clover. Time for us to go.
Oh, okay. Right behind you.
Sighed to myself and headed towards the leftmost AB room. If you guessed Dio ends up killing Sigma with the AB game, you would be correct.
What are you gonna do?
I don't really have a choice, do I? There's only one thing I can do. Fuck you, Dio! I'm going to choose ally.
You can't! You'll die!
Well, you never know. Just because Dio told us to ally doesn't necessarily mean he's going to pick betray.
Do you really think a jerk like that is going to choose ally if he doesn't have to? No. No way. He's got 6 BP right now. If he picks Betray, then he'll have 9 points.
Well, what about you?
Huh?
You've got 6 BP too, right? Dio chooses Ally and we choose Betray, then you'd have 9 BP.
What? No, that's not... I didn't even realize that until you brought it up. I'm just trying to tell you that Dio is going to pick Betray. That's who he is.
And I'm trying to tell you that I've made up my mind. That's who I am. Shadow the Hedgehog credits theme plays. The only choice is Ally. It's the only chance we have to get that medicine back.
That's why Dio called you an IG. What makes you think he's going to give us the Excelivir, even if you do what he says?
Maybe he won't, but I can't guarantee that he'll destroy it if I pick Betray. Wait, I can guarantee. That's who he is.
Fine. If you aren't gonna listen to me, then I guess I don't have a choice. I'll be pushing that button.
Huh? Before I realized what was going on, Clover ducked past me and ran towards the voting machine. No! Stop! I snatched her by the arm and hauled backward with all my strength.
Ow!
I need to double check something. Okay. Sorry. Guess that was a little too hard, huh?
Hey! What do you think you're doing? You can't just throw a girl around like that.
Well, you're the one who tried to trick me.
But you're gonna die! Dio's going to kill you! You can't do this! I don't want you to die.
10 seconds remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
Thanks. Means a lot to hear you say that, Clover. Gave her my best reassuring nod and turned to face the polling machine.
3, 2, 1.
We're making poor life choices!
Round 2 of the results will be displayed in the warehouse. Thank you for your participation. Ambidex.
Thank you for your participation. This is the bad ending. Dio glanced over at us as he exited his own room.
Sigma, why? After all that stuff you said. I mean, it's not like I'm criticizing you. I think you made the right decision.
Sorry.
We don't need to apologize. I think I would have chosen Betray if I was in your position. We'll find another way, all right? We just have to keep an eye on Dio. As soon as he gives us an opening, we take it. And I'm sure Alice will help us too.
Did you tell her?
It's okay. We can trust Alice. There's no way she told him. Anyway, let's go check the results.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Alice. You got some splaining to do.
Results from round 2 of the Ambidex game will now be displayed.
Mm-hmm.
Please check your bracelet to see your updated bracelet points.
Hey, what the hell is this?
Sorry. I decided to choose Betray.
Oh, so you don't care what happens to Quark?
What kind of cold-hearted bastard are you?
Jeez.
Please, just give it back.
Hey, Sigma, what are you talking about?
We found the Excelivir in the laboratory.
And Dio stole it. What? You mean he has it right now?
Nah, I don't have it.
What?
Well, I won't have it in about 2 seconds.
The moment the words left his mouth, I knew what he planned to do. No! Don't! Leapt toward him as I spoke, but it was already too late. Dio snatched the vial out of his pocket, brought it up, and threw it on the ground.
No!
You bastard!
What are you doing?
A promise is a promise. If you'd chosen ally, this never would have happened.
Well, Dio, I have some bad news. You're also infected.
You want to blame someone? Blame yourselves.
I'd had enough. Something snapped in my brain. Well, you know what they say about, red cloth and bowls. Bastard. Ah! I let out a guttural roar and leapt forward. Only to be stopped short by a firm hand on my arm. It was Phi.
Hold it.
Hold it! Take that! Are you telling me that, popular culture is, wrong about something? Why are you stopping me?
Because this isn't the time for that.
Huh? What do you mean this isn't the time for—
Look at the number 9 door.
Hi, Kay. Kay was indeed standing in front of the door. But what is he?
No!
9. His BP is 9.
What?
Suddenly, we were all running toward Kay and the number 9 door. Kay! What the hell do you think you're doing?
What am I doing? Well, that should be obvious. But if you insist, I am attempting to leave.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I assure you, I would do no such thing. I am perfectly serious.
Ah, yes. Kay who likes to ride on the,
After a rational assessment of the facts, I have concluded that this is the wisest course of action. What is currently our highest priority? The answer is, of course, to save Quark.
Yeah, well, if we wanted to do that, we kind of squandered our chance.
He must be taken to a hospital as soon as possible. For that to happen, one of us must escape and call for help. Currently, the only one of us capable of doing so is myself. That is why I intend to escape.
And leave us all behind.
Unavoidable, but as I said, I do intend to call for help.
Couldn't you have at least waited until the next round? Then you could have raised Quark's BP to 9 and taken him with you.
And what would happen if Dio was Quark's opponent in the next round? I have no illusions about what Dio would do. This is the most logical choice.
The number 9 door has been opened. It will remain open for 9 seconds.
Given what they know, it's not unreasonable, but
Wait!
unfortunately, as we'll find out later, that's not exactly going to be possible.
Where's Alice?
Ah, yes. Alice is in the AB room. She has collapsed, but you needn't be concerned. She is only sleeping.
Oh no, what did you do to Alice?
You will need to ask her yourself. I must take my leave.
Hey! God damn it! Wait!
Dio charged at Kay, but the larger man easily sidestepped him and tumbled nimbly through the door just before it closed.
The number 9 door has closed. This ends the Nonary Game. Thank you for your participation. As the game is over, all doors other than the number 9 door have been unlocked. Escape is not possible. Please enjoy your stay.
Game over. All right. So I guess we can play until we get to the lock, or you know, we'll do that. I actually hit a lock for once. You could avoid doing this, but you know, we'll see this story thread through until we can't anymore.
What are you gonna do?
I don't really have a choice, do I? I must make a noble sacrifice. Clover and I stepped out of the AP room. For several long moments, we just stared at one another. Words weren't necessary. Everything she would have tried to tell me, I could already see in her eyes. Let's go. I turned and headed toward the results screen.
Sigma.
I heard her behind me, her voice barely louder than a whisper. The choice was already made. I stood up straight and kept walking.
Results from round 2 of the Ambidex game will now be displayed. Please check your bracelet to see your updated bracelet points.
What?
Sigma's BP is...
Negative.
Suddenly, all eyes were on me. Felt their weight, but stood my ground. It was the result I had expected. Took a deep breath and closed my eyes. I didn't have to wait long. There was a sharp, quick pain in my wrist, barely even noticeable. Couldn't feel anything flowing into my veins, but I knew it was there. This is repeat text from another time you get injected. I tried to think. My legs began to wobble, then gave out entirely as I crumpled to the floor.
Sigma! Sigma! Hang on! Hey! Sigma! Get up!
Sigma!
Oh no! Oh no, oh no, oh no!
Trying to open my eyelids was like trying to lift sheets of lead. My eyes had lost the ability to focus, but I could make out a blur that had to be Dio in front of the number 9 door. Damn it. You'll keep your promise. God damn it. I groaned and, with a Herculean effort, lifted my head and then struggled my sluggish body off the floor. Reading. Every step was a battle, and whenever I shifted my weight, my muscles threatened to give out again. But somehow I forced myself ahead, a single thought burning in my mind. I would reach Dio. Then, at last, the smudge of color faded into a recognizable person. Threw up my hand in front of him. Oh, he hasn't opened the door yet. Give it back. Give me the medicine.
Give it back. Don't act like it's yours. Aren't we supposed to share everything we find here?
I don't care. Just hand me the medicine.
What are you talking about?
We found the Excelivir in the laboratory.
And Dio stole it.
What?
You mean he has it right now?
Yeah. So?
I kept my promise. Now you... I wasn't a fool. I knew the kind of person Dio was. There was a chance he wouldn't give us back the Excelivir. If he didn't, then I'd die with my hands around his throat. I gathered as much of my mind as I could and got ready to attack.
Fine.
Not quite what I had been expecting.
Here.
With a shrug, he pulled out the vial from his pocket and tossed it toward me. I caught it and pulled the tiny glass bottle to my chest, worried I might drop it. The label said, unmistakably, Excelivir. It was the real thing. Clover, take it. I held it out toward her.
Right. Of course.
She quickly tucked it into her pocket. Good. Now at least Quark will be alright. With that, the last of my strength left me, and I dropped to my knees.
Sigma! Are you okay? Sigma! Sigma!
I guess this is it.
First is the soparil, which puts you to sleep. 9 minutes later, the tubocurarine is injected, numbing your respiratory muscles.
I guess you could say it'll really take your breath away.
"9 minutes. Once the soparil was injected, I had 9 minutes until the muscle relaxant followed it. About 4 minutes had already passed, which left me about 5, give or take a little. 5 minutes, I would be dead. What could I do in 5 minutes? How could I save myself? Gave a raspy, quiet laugh. Even with death staring me in the face, I seemed to be determined to struggle right up until the very end. Okay, Sigma, you can do this. Clinging desperately to what little consciousness I had left, I racked my brain for any possible solutions. How could I save myself? How? There had to be something. Every problem, no matter how difficult, has a solution. There's always another option. Hopelessness is a state of mind. Just had to think. Think. There was a way out. I'd find it. I wasn't ready to give up on life yet. There had to be an answer. Oh no, the dreaded to be continued. This is like one of 2 times that it'll show up in the playthrough. We've been locked. 5 minutes of life. I mean, technically we know how to solve the tubocurarine problem. But we don't have the proper locks. This is lock 3, I think. That's not what I had selected. Yep, lock number 3. And I'm trying to remember exactly where we get that lock. I don't think I have all of the lock locations written down, like expressly where you get the answer to them. Now, I'm pretty sure the injection gun with the neostigmine is how he survives here, but actually, wait a minute. Is this the other way that he does it? Let's just say he survives getting injected more than once. I don't remember off the top of my head. Actually, it can't be that one, right? Yeah, okay. I think it has to be the injection gun this time. Anywho, since we're a little bit stuck on this particular route, we're just gonna go another way. Well, yeah, we definitely don't have the lock for it yet, but I guess we'll figure out exactly what it is later on. So, the good news is we're not going too far back. We're actually just going back to the door selection. Back to the choice that I accidentally made earlier. Yeah, like that. It's so soon after the jump point.
Me? But I picked Betray last time.
Look, you're wearing blue. The door is blue. Do I need a better reason? Well, I guess you should say you won't have a choice.
That's so. You mind telling me how you'll do that?
If you pick Betray, you'll kill me.
Fine, you're on.
So we're doing option A. That means Luna, Dio, and I will go through the green door.
Oh, night.
Which leaves the red door for Quark, K, and me.
Any objections? Good, let's go.
Listen, take care of Quark, all right?
You needn't worry.
I'll watch out for him. 10 seconds remain until chromatic doors close.
Hurry up, guys. The door's closing.
Right.
I'm going, I'm going.
Only seconds to spare, we dash through the blue door.
2, 1, 0. Chromatic doors closing.
Three doors. Which one should we take?
That seems like kind of a silly question. I mean, they're all locked, aren't they? How can we go through any of them if they're locked?
This thing here's got a lever on it. Maybe that does something.
Why don't you pull it and find out?
Right.
Oh, hey, it looks like one of them opened.
But only one. Why's that?
They're probably telling us we should go that way.
Might as well, then. So this is the exit, huh? Nothing. Locked tight. Won't even budge. So what the hell is this place?
The door said PEC. Guessing it's not for working out, though.
Looks like it's probably an acronym or abbreviation or something, but for what Prepared emergency chocolate? Private ecclesiastical commode?
Oh, wait a sec. There's a manual here. I think it explains what this room is for.
What's it say?
Hold on. This facility is pressurized, maintaining much higher air pressure than the surrounding environment. Airborne viral contagions.
What?
Quiet. Keep reading, Clover.
Oh, right. Airborne viral contagions have necessitated this step, which is intended to prevent contamination of the installation. All persons wishing to exit the facility must do so through this pressure exchange chamber. Once the chamber has been sealed, the pressure can be lowered to match the surrounding environment. Before the PEC can be depressurized, all occupants must be wearing Level A hazmat suits to prevent infection. The PEC will not function unless all occupants are wearing appropriate protective equipment.
Whoa, what's going on here? Are they trying to say that the air out there is full of some horrible virus?
I don't think it's just any virus.
It has to be Radical 6.
Oh man. And that newspaper article was true. Several long moments of silence crawled past. The three of us just stared at one another, our minds working to make sense of this new information. Eventually, Clover shuffled to one of the lockers and opened it.
Is this one of those hazmat suits the manual was talking about?
Yeah, I figure they are.
We won't be able to get into the pressure exchange thing unless we've got those on then.
And getting that room to decompress is the only way we'll get outside.
So where's the actual decompression room?
Have a look. See that lift over there?
Oh, yeah. This room's divided into two floors, upper and
We're
lower.
on the lower floor right now. Earlier, we were on the upper one.
And this is the actual pressure exchange chamber. Nope, this one's locked too.
Won't open, huh?
Nope.
Okay, it's probably pointless, but humor me on this. Let's put on those suits, then come back here and try the door again. Maybe, just maybe, we can get out.
Well, it does seem like that's how this thing is supposed to work, but do you really think it'll be that easy?
It's hard to believe Zero Senior would make that big of a mistake.
Well, let's have a look around anyway. Maybe we'll find something about that virus.
Yeah, good idea.
What are we standing around for then? Get to it.
You know what time it is. Seek a way out. So I lied. We're actually gonna do this. We might go a little overtime, but that way we can just sort of hit the ground running next time. I need to figure out. Oh, cool. Yay! They're locked. Oops. Alright, well that's a bust. Please put on your viral protection suit. Alrighty. Okay, I guess we go up then. 25113. And of course it's locked. 25113, huh? Feeling I was probably supposed to look at the couch on the lower level. Oh. Well, let's do it then. Time for everyone to be sus. Okay, I don't think we need to look at that right now. He's loved hiding in them ever since he was this high. Gotta look at all of the suits. Very important. It's the manual I was telling you about. Okay, there we go. Outside. Red to orange, yellow to green, white to black. Oh yeah, that thing I never looked at. Oopsie daisy. Okay, well, back down we go. So, I'm gonna go over and look at this. Where is it? There's not one down here? Where are you supposed to figure that out? Oh, is it inside? It's inside. That's why we can't find that. A barometer. 1.5 atmospheres. Alright, well I think we need to solve this door puzzle and go inside. Or at least that's what we're supposed to do. Okay, so we have to connect the dots, but they can't overlap each other. Oh, oops. No, I just wanted to like undo the one thing, not undo the whole thing. Tablet. So you're supposed to correlate the numbers on this bench with the shapes on the other one. That's what I was trying to tell you. Think about it. There's no way in hell Zero Senior would let us out that easily. Damn it. This sucks. Going upstairs and taking the stupid thing off. It's not like I need it, right? I am out of here. Well, there she goes. What the hell was that noise? I got a bad feeling about this. I got a bad feeling about that. Preparation complete. Now beginning decompression. 3, 2, 1. What the fuck? Why did that happen? Hell if I know. You get out of here. Now! I need a bomb to get through it. Shit. It won't budge. Just use the panel, right? Get you to get in here. I guess we're going to have to wait to equalize the pressure before we can get it to open. Alright, you know what time it is. Oh, hello. Hi. It got big. Must be the difference in pressure. Yep, sure have. Poke. It popped. Don't worry, I think that was the point. See, there's something inside. Yeah, it's very creepy. This thing's pissing me off. Let's just leave it. We can come back to it later. There's a key up here. Oh my god. The needle's all the way to the left. Pressure in here is 0. Yeah, that's about the size of it. Without these suits, we'd be toast. Hit it. Insufficient power for repressurization. Please route additional power. Oh, cool. Oh. Well, at least it didn't last that long. Damn it. You can get it off now. Give me a hand. Okay, I believe. Okay, we got the whole thing. Maybe we actually don't use the key yet. Got some laser emitters. So there's a red cable coming out of the box. We do that. Do. I don't remember exactly what I need to do to get this. So we need to like route the laser through. What was that? Maybe it's the pressurization system starting up. So there you go. Yeah, I probably should have looked at the right side of this puzzle. I think I just like remembered that you're supposed to get in that second one from the bottom. Press it. Look, the needle's back to normal. There's no need using to raise the pressure any higher. Let's get out of here. Alright, we've restored pressure. Let's go. I have a feeling that this one doesn't work. Oh, wait. This is harder than I thought. Oh, wait. Are there more steps involved in this one? Wait, I can't. I'll cut that one off. Hold up. Let me make sure that I got this right. Yeah, we don't. There should be a separate one for the inside, I think. Oh, there we go. Hey, Clover. Can you hear me? You don't need to shout at me. Oh, I did also have that written down in my notes, but well, let's do this the right way. Guess the excitement and everything. Won't budge. Look around to see if there's anything useful. You mean over here? There's something under the barometer. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to point to. Look under that machine. Looks like a binder. There's a piece of paper inside. These color circles, and they're connected to the other circles. Just connect the dots like this, so I'll go back to the... That's not it. I'm bad at this. White to purple, yellow to red, and blue to green. We don't need orange on this one. Wait. Oh, is cyan green? Oops. 1 second. Cyan green. And then we need white to purple. And yellow to red. So. Wait. Remembering. What's yellow? Yeah, it's yellow and red. Wait, white to purple. Give it a second, it'll come back to me. I'll make sure that I have this right. So white to purple. Oh wait, we don't care about blue. We need to connect yellow to red and then. Oh no, wait, no, we do care about the blue. Actually, so can I do? Yeah, okay. You guys unlock it? Yeah, looks like it. I'm opening it now. Oh, come back. We've been toast without you. Thanks. Alrighty, so let's go and get that key. Kind of put off doing that. You're not really supposed to, but until you go inside. So, cylinder, hourglass, star, thingamajig. Oh my god, hit the key! It's a protective suit. It's so small and cute. Maybe it's for a kid. Zero Junior in suit. Something in here. Is this a journal? Wait, there's a slip of paper in here. Paper with colorful picture. 1, 2, 3. And a bunch of colors. I don't think we need anything with this now, so. I believe it is time to go upstairs. Feels much better. Okay, so I believe this one is the, yeah, this is the file password right here. So in case you couldn't tell, it's a 3-digit code. So, if we... I think we have to look at the tablet. So, essentially, the colors... if you point to a specific segment on it, it will change to a specific color. Those colors correspond to what was on the Zero Junior doll's stomach. So what you're supposed to do is take the, rows of colors in the thing, and those translate to numbers. So if you, put both of them on, so the ones for the file is like 1, so it's like a green and a magenta twice, and then those 2 and a cyan, so that gets you 117. Did I solve it? There you go. Save password. So yeah, you can see the green, magenta, and then cyan, green, magenta. And then the other one we got was the one from the piece of paper in the journal, and that one ends up being 6, 2, 3. Don't patronize me. Don't patronize me. All right, and that is it. We are pretty much done here. Moon, sun. So I will cut out right after we get out of the room here, since we are a little bit over time. Not egregiously so. Ooh, looks like that did it. Looks like there's a lot in there. Wow, what is all that stuff? So, we've got the floor B map. The moon keycards. A memory card. Unless we can find something to stick it into, we won't be finding out anytime soon. Only there was some place where we might have seen a card reader. The key. Come on, no time to waste. Let's move. It says lock. Let's go. 3, 2, 1. You found it. It's like, oh man, you sure are in this one alcove between that room and the warehouse. Is this the ending point of the stream? Alright, well thank you very much for watching. I will be back on Tuesday. So, I hope you're excited. So, thank you very much for watching, and until next time, goodbye.